Jon Kabat-Zinn has defined mindfulness as the moment-to-moment, non-judgmental awareness cultivated by paying attention. Mindfulness can produce many benefits. Among these benefits includes the following. The practice of mindfulness has been shown to produce changes in the electrical activity of the brain associated with reductions in anxiety and negative affect, increases in positive affect, and an enhancement in immune system functioning. Several studies have shown the practice of mindfulness to improve depression and anxiety. Another mindfulness study showed that mindfulness produced a decrease in social anxiety, depression, rumination, and state anxiety, and increased self-esteem. Jon Kabat-Zinn has conducted research on mindfulness at Harvard Medical School. A program that he developed was called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. In that program, a number of different forms of mindfulness have been taught. A breath-focused attention is one method. Another method that I'm particularly interested in and utilize in the REMAP process involves mindful awareness on the kinesthetic physical sensations in the body, shifting those to mental or visual representations, and then to emotions, and back and forth in a cyclical fashion. Other forms of mindfulness have been the head to toe body scan, mindful hatha yoga positions, and mindful walking. Breath-focused attention is similar to the exercise that we did earlier on breath regulation, but without any attention to the inhalation-exhalation pattern. Now let's spend some more time focusing on the mindfulness technique of shifting attention between body sensations, thoughts, and emotions. In REMAP, I have people focus their internal attention on several components that I refer to as the cave components. The K is for kinesthetic, that's the physical kinesthetic body sensations. A is for auditory, that could be sounds or words. V is for visual, it could be a mental movie, a mental scene, an image, a shape. And the E is for emotion. Okay, I'd like to take you through the REMAP cave exercise. This can be a very useful technique from a mindful perspective in terms of simply using it to be aware of your internal experience, calming and soothing yourself. But it can be particularly effective if you would like to use it for desensitizing, and it works in a very interesting way. What I would have you do is to begin by simply focusing on some issue that is anxiety evoking. And again, as we always do, begin with a subjective unit of distress assessment. That's the 0 to 10 scale, where 0 doesn't bother you at all and 10 bothers you as bad as you can imagine. So think of the anxiety-evoking event and then note how it feels in your body, the level of stress that you have when you think about it, and give it a 0 to 10 ranking. Then once you've done that, what we'll do is very simply rotate through the KAVE components in a very mindful way. What you may notice as we go through this for, let's say, up to 10 cycles, you may begin to notice that your internal experience will change from one cycle to the next to the next. So for instance, you may begin feeling a pressure, a heavy feeling in your chest, then you may shift your attention to the thoughts, the words, the sounds you associate with it. Then you may shift to the visual images that come to mind when you think of that physical sensation. Finally, you may notice the emotion that's present when you feel that physical feeling. Then, when we start over and repeat that process and return once more to focus again on the physical sensation, what you may notice is that it has changed a little bit, or it may have changed a lot. The quality of the sensation may be different. The location may be different. It can be different from time to time. So what you would do then is simply notice how it's sitting in your body this time, and then from there shift your attention to the sounds or words that seem to fit with that sensation. From that, shift to the visual images, pictures, scenes that seem to go with it. And finally, once more, to the emotions that seem to best fit that sensation. And we'll continue to do this in a cyclical fashion, up to 10 cycles, and perhaps by the end, you will notice a difference on the 0 to 10 scale. Okay, let's begin, and we will start with the exercise and see what happens.